If you're interested in getting the special videos I've recorded for the middle of the month of March 2017 titled New Beginnings and Endings, Psychic Tarot and Crystal Readings for the year of 2017 for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase, you can access these videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos. You can also access them by going to my website, www.thelluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going on the drop down menu to page 9, and you will see the heading on that page for these videos. In these new beginnings and endings videos for the year of 2017, I am using two different tarot decks. In the Hanson Roberts tarot deck, I'm pulling 3 cards for new beginnings. In the Waite Universal tarot deck, I'm pulling 3 cards for endings for each sign of the zodiac in 2017, and I'm concluding each reading by looking into the crystal. These videos are as long, if not longer, than the videos I post at the beginning of each month for each sign of the zodiac on YouTube. I hope that you'll find that the messages from my spirit guides through these cards and the crystal will be helpful and useful to you as you travel through this year of 2017. I want to thank you so much for all of the purchases of all of my videos on Vimeo, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace. Thank you so much. Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the full moon in Virgo, March 12, 2017. In these videos, I'm looking into my crystal for each of the 4 elements of the zodiac: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You can click on the links below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you directly to your element. All that being said, now on to your psychic crystal reading for the full moon in March 12th, 2017 in Virgo. First element I'm looking into is earth. I feel like this full moon is actually going to take you by surprise in a lot of ways. I see some of you being really shocked, caught off guard. I hear the words people jumping ship, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see people quitting their jobs abruptly and unexpectedly, people dropping in that you haven't seen before, or seen in a really long time, suddenly showing up. People from the past may show up and jump in all of a sudden. You could hear some really unexpected stories also coming up, like people, and even people breaking up and or getting together. It could go either way, but I do see like it comes up really strongly like jumping off of a ship. That's how the guides are illustrating it to me here. I see you earth signs going, whoa, I got to take a step back and reevaluate this situation, or evaluate the situation, because I see you like, what do I make of this? Like, I feel like you may even be questioning, do I think it's good? Do I have bad feelings about it? Or is this going to cause trouble? Like, there's something surprising about these events that make you not really sure how to judge it or where to place it in your mind. Like, it's going to be really confusing to some of you. This, whatever the surprise is for you earth signs, it really feels like people quitting, people leaving, news coming up, like hearing news, even maybe, I don't want to say anything negative, but you could experience Some of you could experience some people passing away. Now, don't get freaked out, because that doesn't mean that's going to happen to all of you. But don't be surprised if you don't hear somebody comes to you and says, remember we used to work with this guy, he's, so-and-so, and guess what? He suddenly passed away. Like, you may even get some news like that after, during the course of the next 30 days from March 12th till the next full moon. Some of you earth signs may be shutting something down, closing something off, like, a vacation home, or closing a business, closing up something for sale, like boarding something up and you're going to sell it, or making a closing on a deal or a contract, or closing on a property. Because I really feel for many of you earth signs, there's property connected to it. But it could be closing a deal of a lot of different types, like in your job or in your business. It's like some kind of closure here. You may even find out, this is like dramatic. I'm not sure what the other planetary stuff is that's going on during this next 30 days, but you might hear about somebody getting arrested even. Like, you could hear it through the grapevine. Doesn't necessarily going to mean it's somebody really super close to you, but I feel some of you are going to hear news of something like that. So be on the lookout to see if the earth signs get that kind of message. You've got all these unexpected things, like a baby is suddenly going to get born. Maybe it wasn't due to be born, because I see a baby being born. But something about it is popping out unexpectedly. I don't know. Maybe you're going to deliver, or somebody is going to deliver a baby in a cab. I don't know, because it seems like something's unexpected about it. But there's also other surprises. People popping out with news. You may hear people say, oh, so-and-so just got engaged, so-and-so's getting married, somebody just got a new job. Like, I feel like you're going to have a lot of news coming to you, but it really comes up as surprises. I see many of you taking some giant step backward and reevaluating the whole situation. So I do feel that whatever's going on in your life in the next 30 days, earth signs, I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like a lot of you have a lot of surprises, news, unexpected things that are going to happen, and you're going to be like, whoa, I'm bowled over and I have to take a step back and reevaluate it. So now on to the water signs, Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. I feel some of you are taking a test. Some of you, it could be in an English class or an English literature class or a literature class. Doesn't even have to be in that. It could also be just some kind of test. Maybe you're going to take your driver's test or an SAT or some kind of test to drive a big rig, or to go to get into a accelerated program or into a specific class. Because I do see tests coming up for many of the water signs. Ah, wow. I see the water signs as power really kicking up for them. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to take control of some of my life. I'm going to put myself first. Maybe you find that you put other people in front of you all the time and you're reevaluating that. I see you feeling like now's the time for me to strike it strike it rich, or strike it while the iron's hot, because you feel like I have to advance. I've got to get a bigger, whatever, job, position in life, more money or more fame or popular notoriety. I don't know, but it comes up like you're going to be really driven. And all this like, if you have any tendencies for competitive energy, you may have some kick up in the next 30 days, because I see you feeling like you want to be at the head of the line. You're going to be presenting yourself very forcefully and strongly. That's the energy I pick up for the water signs for this full moon in Virgo. Some of you are going to take a trip or get ready to take a trip. I see some of you lying on the beach on lounge chairs with big hats, sun hats on. in the crystal. Maybe even under an umbrella or a palm tree at that. So I feel that many of you are going to get ready to take some kind of trip. But this looks to me like pleasure, not work, but maybe you can combine business and pleasure. Some of you, if you've been in the planning stages of opening up a shop or an online business or some kind of business, I feel these next 30 days are going to show you like you're going to be opening the doors or doing a test run or something like that, because I see you're opening something. You're opening some kind of shop, business, store, company, services. I don't know. It all comes up for the next 30 days. I'm not an astrologer, but I've got to say this seemed like a pretty powerful full moon, but I don't know if the astrologers would agree with that, but it's coming up strong for me in this crystal. Because I really see also another thing for the water signs. They're going to be taking a big leap, step, or jump up in their standing in some way. Like maybe in your, like how people look at you, how people think about you professionally, personally. Maybe you're somebody that is going to place high on a level because you're competing in a sport like skiing, or you're doing some kind of Olympic trials, or trying to get some kind of national championship or local championship, because I see competing going on here strongly for the water signs. I do see it. And you placing high, like high in the ranks. I don't know that you're going to be first. You may be, but you're like your reputation and winning and getting ahead is all very elevated for the water signs in this full moon in Virgo, March 12th, 2017. So now I'm going to look into the fire signs, which will be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Sun, that would be the element of fire. Right away I get, watch your words, caution, caution. Be very careful over the next 30 days of what you're saying, especially if you feel like weird about the situation, like if it's with bosses, if it's at a conference, if it's in a big meeting, if it's with teachers, if it's whatever, or it doesn't even have to be that. It could even be personal life. If you feel weird about like angry or off-centered, or you feel like something's unusual, be very careful that that's a trigger for you to think, I got to watch what I say. Because for some reason, your guides are trying to let you know that right here. So some of you are probably have some kind of big meeting or some kind of important discussion that's going to come up, and you have to really watch what you say in that time frame. If you've had a conversation with whoever this is before already, and this is like another one, I feel like the last one didn't go well or was like a disaster. That's why you really have to watch it in this one. That's what I feel. I see somebody riding on a horse and they're flying along. The fire signs would do really well and benefit from time outdoors. Horseback riding, sailing, boating, jogging, working in your garden, taking bike rides, walking with groups of people, whatever you're into, you really would benefit very strongly over the course of this 30-day cycle to the next full moon, that you spend time out in nature, outdoors, but being active, not just lying on a lounge chair, although that's okay. I feel more it's about the fresh air and exercise for you. I see that there's going to be some things for you fire signs that are going to be like kind of tantalizing and become really important to you over the next 30 days. And what it could be objects or something you really want, like a new car, or some new clothes, or some amazing pair of shoes, or a boat, or a jet ski, or some really cool piece of machinery, whatever you're into. I see the fire signs being really tempted to spend money and on expensive things that are going to be like singing this siren song, like lulling you into wanting to buy it. It's like the mermaids singing the sailors to their death on the rocks. I don't mean it's that bad. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but I do see you getting lulled into wanting to make purchases and spend money. If you are in, this is kind of a weird message. If you are in a relationship with somebody you have really strong karmic soulmate kinds of ties with, that you can feel the connection and you feel like you've known them before and now you're together again in this lifetime, you will find yourself in the throes of really something passionate happening in this 30-day cycle. That passion could be amazing sex and love, or that could be anger and arguments, because its passion can go either way here. So just keep that in mind also, fire signs. Some of you may be entertaining quite a bit or planning to entertain in the next 30 days. You may also be entertaining ideas in your mind about a lot of different possibilities, options, things you want to do. So entertaining, actual entertaining, and entertaining in your mind comes up here. I feel like for you, fire signs, the tricky thing will be in the next 30 days is to determine whether you want to be brave or whether you feel like you need to be more cautious and play it safe, because I see both sides of it and like you're walking on a tightrope, balancing this. Am I brave or am I being cautious? That's for you for the next 30 days. So now on to the air signs. This would be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I see many of you air signs doing whatever you want to do and seeing it through to the end. I feel you're sewing some things up, like tying some things up, finishing things up. But I see you are on the cusp of new beginnings, or you will be starting a lot of new things in the next 30 days. I see you talking to so many people. You could be doing it individually, one by one, or you could be making a speech, or you could be teaching something, or you could be on YouTube, or you could be at a big gathering or seminar, because I see you talking to a lot of people. And communications are going to be very highlighted from what my guide's telling me for the air signs over the course of the next 30 days from this full moon in Virgo on March 12th, 2017. I see you getting a lot of much needed rest and sleep, but on the same token, I also see you getting some project plan or revered idea up into the air and off the ground. That's how it comes up. I also see a lot of the air signs. I'm hearing it's crunch time for many of you, where you have to really work out the details. So if it's details for a trip, if it's details for a project or something you're working on or doing, or a speech you're going to make, it's like you've got to hammer out all those details, get them all straight. You know, Mercury in retrograde is going to happen in April. I'm not sure of the exact date. So maybe that's why the guides are saying, like, this is crunch time. Get all your things nailed down and in place and details set and finish all this stuff, because once Mercury in retrograde hits, especially about travel, it's tricky. So you want to have all your ducks in a row and confirm all your plans and details. I feel for some reason this full moon is going to make you feel like you need to sleep a lot. So maybe you have allergies. I mean, the weather's changing here in New Jersey like crazy. I mean, it's been like spring all through the month of February pretty much. So, and now we're in March. So I just feel like something is making you tired, and you should take the rest. Don't feel guilty and don't try to avoid it. If you feel all of a sudden you're able to take a nap and you feel like, oh, I shouldn't do it, I would just do it. I feel many air signs are going to be making a bold statement or a bold move of some sort. because I see you gathering all your forces, all your energy, all your mental acumen, all maybe even money. I don't know how many things are involved, and putting it all this focus towards something that you're going to try to make happen, push forward, make a bold statement or a bold move. It does come up here for the air signs. I do feel many of the air signs are going to be feeling like they either are receiving some kind of recognition from people, or they're going to be getting some kind of award for their good services, good deeds, some kind of work. If you're working air sign, you could be getting maybe a promotion, or they're giving you a special dinner and maybe a new title and a raise. I don't know. But I see the air signs are having some kind of either awards or recognition in some way. But it's like, it's kind of like for job well done or appreciation mixed together. So I hope this reading was of help to you all, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do always appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my psychic readings here on YouTube. And if you would like to get my special video that I recorded, their videos that I recorded for the year of 2017, titled New Beginnings and Endings, Psychic Tarot and Crystal Readings for each sign of the Zodiac for the year of 2017. These videos are 20 minutes long. They may be a little longer, and they're posted to Vimeo. I'm using two different decks of tarot cards for these readings, and the crystal also. So if you're interested in getting these readings, you can access them by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for my New Beginnings and Endings Psychic Tarot and Crystal Readings for the year of 2017 for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 9 and scroll down that page, and you will see the heading for these videos. You just click on your sign and it'll take you to that video on Vimeo. I hope you all have amazing blessings from this full moon in Virgo, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.